Hi everybody, Professor Jim Rocks Math. Welcome to County College of Morris, Lecture Hall. For our 12th video, Basic Math / Basic Algebra, we were looking at word problems. Okay, so we're going to look at distance equals rate times time. That's a formula. And then we're going to set up an equation for renting a car, because that shows up a lot on tests. And just in case you ever have to rent a car, car's in the shop for a while, truck, whatever you're driving is in the shop, you have to rent a car, or you just feel like renting a car instead of, using your car, it's an option. Okay, if you need it. If you have a car like I used to have where it rolls down one hill, could barely get up the other hill, after a while I had to rent a car and then buy a car. Okay, so we'll be doing that. Okay, distance equals rate times time, nice and easy. Time, that's not in base 10. You're right, it's not in base 10. It's in base 60. It's Babylonian. The one thing we're still using from the Babylonians is time. Time is not in 100 minutes an hour. Okay, so it's in 60. We have to keep that in mind for when we're doing decimals. Or at least fractions, you can take the fraction multiplied by 60. It's easier. Okay. All right. Distance, regular math, rate, regular math. Okay. Time, base 60. Okay. Distance equals rate times time. We're in New Jersey. What's the speed limit? 75? No, I'm kidding. Let's say 50 miles an hour. To check my cue card, I'm allowed 50 miles an hour state highways? Okay, 50 miles an hour. Okay. Let's say we're going to be taking a little ride from Randolph, New Jersey, home of CCM, and going to South Jersey. And we're going to drive for 2 hours. We'll keep it a whole number so we don't have to juggle everything around. All we have to do is multiply miles per hour. Call it miles over hours if we want to. For those of you really into math, you can show it like that and show that the hours cancel each other out because they're in the top part of the fraction and the bottom part. So it's hours over hours, we get rid of it. So we get 50 times 2 equals a distance of 500 miles. Now what happens if we have hours that aren't in whole numbers? Well, we just keep an eye on it a little bit better. Okay, we'll still go 50 miles an hour. All right, let's say they say the time is 2.25 hours. Okay, we have to remember it's in base 60. Time. Okay. We multiply that. Did we go over how to multiply decimals yet? No. Okay, we'll do both at the same time. Okay. Either or. We can put 2.25 on top, put 50 on top. All right. With decimals. 5 times 0, it's still 0. 5 times 5, 25. Okay, we're going to do multiplication the same way we regularly would do multiplication, and then we'll deal with the decimals at the end. Okay, so we got 5, right? 2, then we have one placeholder, 2 times 0 is still 0. 2 placeholders. 2 times 0 is 0, 2 times 5, 10. 0, 5, 2, 1, 1. Okay, 2 decimal places. So we go from the right over 2 to the left. 1, 2. Miles times hours. This is how many miles we have. Okay. The question didn't ask for time, or we would have adjusted. for right now, let's stick to doing rate and time and distance, keeping time, either as a whole number or something easy to work with as 0.25 or a quarter of an hour. Okay, so we can drive 112 and a half miles. Okay, easy enough. That's that. All right, okay, rent a car, they usually have two rates. They say, well, you want to rent a car, that'll be $30 a day. And then they'll say 35 cents per mile. Then you take how many miles you drive times 35 cents. You get an answer. You add that to $30 a day, and you get your total. Okay. Same thing. We got to understand, read, reread, all that stuff. Okay, we understand what's going on to rent a car. Let's say we're renting a Jeep. Jeep isn't one of our sponsors, but it's a cool thing to drive. Drove one for 2 weeks, a Wrangler, while my car was getting totally overhauled in the shop. Okay, anyway, it was fun. Okay, rent a car. So we have $30 a day, 35 cents a mile. Let's say we drive some weird number of miles. Okay, we can make it 100 or 200. Let's make it realistic. 153 miles. Okay, and this will be our last word problem for this video. All right. Word now. Let's say 30 plus 153 times 0.35, or 0.35 times 153 miles. We have our two parts, and that's going to equal our answer. Right now our answer is unknown, so I like x, so I put x there. Okay. Let's multiply. Okay, let's make sure we got it right. 5 times 3 is 15, carry the 1. 5 times 5 is 25, 26. Carry the 2, 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 is a 7. Okay, now we'll go erase our numbers. We got 765 right. We'll go to our next group. We don't want to get all the numbers mixed up that we're carrying over. Okay, drop a 0. 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 3 times 5 is 15, carry the 1. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. We're good. Let's add them down. All right, so for mileage, it costs $53.55. All right, and then we have to, of course, add the flat rate of $30 a day. Fixed rate, flat rate, whatever we like calling it. Okay. 53, 55, 30. Okay, so to drive the Jeep around 153 miles, in this case, would cost $83.55. And that would be our answer. Double check our math, make sure we got it right, and then we'd say our answer, and then we're all good. Have a great day. Professor Jim signing off, and we'll see you next time on the next video.